We go to view of this assignment, and it looks like everything's all right. Okay, so this is a this is a uh, stearic acid. It's a fatty acid. It has a carbon dioxide carboxyl group here, and it has a chain of hydrocarbons. This is a diglyceride. It has two two fatty acid chains joined to uh, glycerol at these three places where there's a hydroxyl group and a carboxyl group. So that's going to form a diglyceride. Here's another amino acid that has uh, the central carbon with the carboxyl group and the amino group. This is a hydrophobic side chain that has all carbon and oxygen. Okay, let's keep going here. So let's go through this again. So we have the uh, molecular bileaflet or double layer to form the cell membrane. It's a layer of phospholipids with a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tails. These two tails are the hydrophobic portion. These are protein channels that can be opened and closed based upon neurotransmitters like acetylcholine or changes in voltage. Remember, the inside of the cell is negative, the outside of the cell is positive. These are uh, chains of glucose, and this is called a glycoprotein right here. This is called a glycolipid. So glycolipids are attached to a phospholipid at the hydrophilic head, and here we have uh, a glyco a carbohydrate chain. If it's attached to a protein, it's called a glycoprotein. If it's attached to uh, the head of the phospholipid, it's called a glycolipid. These uh, chains of carbohydrates allow the cell to identify itself, and they give the cell a signature saying, I'm a liver cell or I'm a lung cell. So cells can be recognized by antibodies and hormones and neurotransmitters. So the purpose of these uh, chains of carbohydrates are to say, this is my signature, this is who I am. Okay, let's keep going. Let's make sure we know that this is a phospholipid. Make it a little bigger. So this is the phosphate group. This is phosphorus right here. Okay. This is the oxygens that surround the phosphate group right here. Here are other hydrophilic groups in the head of the phospholipid. You can see that the head has oxygen and phosphorus and oxygen. So all of these make this the hydrophilic portion of the phospholipid. These are the chains. These are the two tails of the phospholipid. Those two tails are here. They're hydrophobic. They fear water. They arrange themselves in a double layer so that like dissolves like. So these hydrophobic tails are arranged right next to one another, and they form the internal portion of the cell membrane, which is hydrophobic, and the outside is hydrophilic. Okay, so let's go back to here and stop that recording. I'll be posting that.